Well, we find ourselves here once again for another edition of Point Counterpoint, playing the role of Counterpoint. I'm Bass Masters.
Which would mean that I, Buzz Cutler, am playing the role of Point.
Well, what point would you like to make?
Well, we have heard rumors.
They're just rumors.
Rumors that Robbie Loomis might leave Richard Petty Motorsports, where he is currently the general manager, to take over that same role at the beginning of next season at Roush Fenway Racing.
And what a good idea that is.
You think so, do you?
I absolutely do.
I'm not so sure it is a good idea. Look, right now, Richard Petty Motorsports is the strongest team Ford has going. Casey Kane, A.J. Allmendinger, they're running better than any of those Roush Fenway guys.
So in other words, I'm at the best mid-pack team there is. You got to look at the upside here, Cutler. The upside is much bigger at Roush Fenway Racing. Yes, I know for the last month or so, the RPM cars, specifically those of Casey Kane and A.J. Allmendinger, have been better. All the more reason for Robbie Loomis to go over and avail himself of the resources of Roush Fenway Racing and improve the fortunes of that team and their quite capable lineup of drivers. I think it makes perfect sense for him.
But his job is unfinished at Richard Petty Motorsports. He has made them relevant again. Don't you think he wants to take it the final step of that journey? Plus, while Roush Fenway Racing does have resources, Jack Roush apparently doesn't now know how to use them. He was late to the game when they changed the testing policy. He was late to the game on the cot. He was late to the game on the spoiler. Every time there's a change, he finds himself behind.
I don't agree with you there. He's won a championship. In fact, two of them in 2003 and 2004. One in the pre-chase era, one in the chase era. Carl Edwards, 9 wins in 2008. Those guys were fast in 2008. Jack Roush is a racer, Cutler. And how many times do we have to tell you racers will find their way back to the top?
So what
Jack
you're saying is
Roush,
Richard Petty Motorsports, Richard Petty is not a racer?
Richard Petty is a name on that team. He is not running that team. It is run by the Gillette family. Nothing against those guys. I just think it's pretty evident that the upside is much bigger at Roush Fenway Racing. Yes, they're behind right now. Put Robbie Reiser with Matt Kenseth, that's a step in the right direction. Put Robbie Loomis in that role, that's a step in the right direction. Not only that, but bear in mind that Richard Petty Motorsports team, Cutler, is a satellite deal with Roush Fenway, so they still get the information. They still get to work with Robbie Loomis. And in fact, the fact that he worked over at RPM and is now at Roush improves the communication between those two teams. It's even better for them.
Oh, yeah, because
I'm
sure everything that Roush knows is going to find its way down to Richard Petty Motorsports.
Well, it should be a tighter relationship, which can only be better, and maybe even the stuff that RPM has learned can flow back the other way.
A.J. Allmendinger has the potential to be a superstar in this sport. Robbie Loomis has brought that team this far. He can take them the rest of the way. I don't see how you can say the upside at Roush.
Look at the point standings. Look at the points standings. You can say those cars are faster right now, but the Roush cars are still higher in the standings.
Yeah, but the Roush cars are not
but
realizing their potential.
Which is your way of saying...
the Richard Petty Motorsports cars are exceeding their potential.
Which is your way of saying that the upside at Roush is definitely higher than the upside at RPM. Because if they're outrunning the RPM cars and they're underperforming RPM cars that are outperforming their potential, then you've just said that the Roush potential is greater than the RPM potential. Thank you for making my case.
I didn't understand a word you just said.
Well, the viewing audience did. For Point, I'm Counterpoint.
And for Counterpoint, I am Point.
Is that Counterpoint? You point back?
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.